Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel, Tara Talks Books, where we talk everything bookish. I'm going to be doing my mid-year reading journal flip through, so if you want to see what my reading journal looks like now, just keep watching. So here's my journal. This has stayed the same. This has obviously changed because it's the index, and I've added a lot more pages to it, and I also added a read more sticker up at the top. My title page hasn't changed. My rating system and my goals haven't changed, so that page hasn't. And then right here, my yearly stats is kind of where I started filling in for the first half of the year. As you can see, I have the total books filled in, whether they were Kindle, physical, Audible, library, whether they were owned, ARCs, or I DNF'd them. So some of these overlap, so I have a Kindle one here, but it was also an ARC. So they might overlap on this page. Same with I have some that I got from the library as audiobooks, but then they are also owned because they're also on my shelf. So that kind of overlaps in that stats, just so you can kind of understand what my thought process was for that. And then right here is my books read. This is my shelves. I think these turned out pretty cute. If you can see, I have a whole shelf and a little bit over a half now. And it's color coordinated. As you can see, audio is green, purple is physical, and blue is digital. And then I varied the sizes of the books to kind of make it look more like a real bookshelf. So I thought that was cute. And then as you can see, here's my 24 books in 2024. I have read 7 of those, and I'm in the middle of one, and then I have a really short one next. So hopefully I'll have a couple more to that spread. As you can see, I'm doing okay, but I could definitely be doing better on that one. I have read other books off my shelves, they just haven't been part of the 24 in 2024. And then right here, this whole page is my A to Z reading challenge. As you can see, I've done pretty well. I only have a few more letters to do. And then right here, I have the Read the Rainbow and then my DNF graveyard. As you can see, my DNF graveyard is pretty blank. I haven't DNF'd any, so I guess that's kind of good news. And then right here, the Read the Rainbow, as you can see, I've put in a few books that match the colors, or that the covers match the colors. And as you can also see, this was my first one that I did, so I had to kind of play around with the dimensions. And this is the last one that I put in. So as you can see, I've gotten better with figuring out the dimensions for the stickers, for the book cover stickers. And then right here is my book balance sheet. There is something that I noticed that I want to add next year on this particular page. But I ended up removing 2 books and not reading them. They were just on my shelves, and I knew I wasn't going to read them, so I ended up getting rid of them. So I need something to track that, a column to track that. So that's something I'm thinking about for next year, is adding a column where it's removed from my shelf but didn't read, because I have obviously beginning balance, read, bought book boxes, and ending balance. So I kind of just had to subtract it from the beginning balance and started off with 2 less. So I went from actually having 189, and as you can see, I have 187, and that's just how I fixed that. But I do actually want to add a column for that next year. But I think this turned out cute, and I'm having fun using it. And then on my next page, you can see this is my 52 Book Club 2024 reading challenge with the prompts at the bottom. And I've just been checking off the prompts and then putting the books' names where they go. And I think this turned out pretty cute. I am enjoying doing this. I've done pretty well with my 52 Book Club so far this year. So hopefully I'll continue to do even better. And then as you can see, here's my 5-star reads. I have 4 so far, and 3 of them are historical romances, which is actually really cool. I've read quite a few historical romances this year and have been enjoying them. And then right here is my book of the month kind of logs, and I have been keeping track each month what books I get, as well as my backlog. I have only read one from my backlog. Better than none, but I definitely could be better with it. And then here is my book series log. And so Windy City series is up at the top. Actually, this, as I'm filming it, I have it in the mail. It's come out today, and I can't wait to read that one. And then the Sinful Wallflower series, I am caught up with what is published. I think there'll be more in this series by Stacy Reed, because I know there's more wallflowers, so hopefully those will come out soon. And then, as you can see, I have the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros, and I am caught up on what is published. You can see Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. I ended up reading one more this year, number 3, which was Benedict's story, but I have to read all the rest. And then right here is my Read What You Own, and then obviously it is broken up into print, Kindle, Audible, and then more print. And so you can see the ones that are highlighted are the ones that I have read off my bookshelves or off my Kindle or Audible library. And I just kind of switch up the colors and highlight them. And then the ones that are crossed off in black are just ones that I removed without reading. Maybe I'm no longer interested in, or, and then for some reason on my Kindle, it looked like just some of them left my shelves. So maybe they're just no longer available on Kindle anymore. And I have 2 pages of that. And I think next year I will honestly maybe add a 3rd page, or like some sort of add a column, like maybe do print 2 pages and then Kindle and Audible another page, because obviously print is what I have the most of versus my Kindle and Audible library. And I find as I add books to my shelves, I'm running out of space, and you can see that right here. So my first book bullet journal. Obviously, I'm going to learn and make changes as I go, and then obviously change what I do next year. And then this right here has come in handy. This is my book club picks tracker, to make sure I'm keeping up to date and reading the book club picks for each month. And I write what book club it is for and then what book it is, so I can keep track. And this, like I said, has come in handy because sometimes I'll forget which book is for which book club. And so these are just ones that I participate on BookTube. And then as you can see, here is the start of my January cover page. I did end up choosing The Right Move. And as you can see, there is the book in the middle, and then all the pictures that like kind of represent that book. And then I go into my book review pages. So as you can see, I've written in the 3 that I read that month. And then as you can see, February is another Windy City series book, and that is Caught Up by Liz Tomforty. And these are just more pictures that represent the book. And I thought this one was such an adorable spread. And then it goes back into the book review of each book I read that month. And then this one, I just left blank because I didn't want to start a title page on this side. So that's what happened there. And as you can see, this is March, and I did Herwick and Marquess by Stacy Reed. Absolutely love that book. It was one of my favorites of, I think, a couple years ago now. But as you can see, all of the pictures represent the book. And then more of the book review pages for March. And then here's April. I ended up doing Christina Lauren, Love and Other Words. And I thought this one was cute. This was one of my first, when I first started reading books off BookTube, when I was just watching, this was one of my favorites. And so I did that one for April. And then again, the book review pages for the month for each book I read that month. And then here is May, and I ended up doing a mystery, The Turn of the Key. This was one of my favorites from last year, and I thought this one turned out pretty well too. and then more of the book pages for that month. And then at the very end of this one for May, I put in just like kind of like a memory page, because I ended up being a co-host with Crystal at Books Forever After for her Ever After Historical Romance Readathon that she did. And I just did my bingo card, and then when I got a bingo, and I just printed that out and put it on because I wanted to have those memories. I thought it was cute. And yeah, so that's what I did there. And then now we are on June, and as you can see, I chose The Wishing Game, which was another favorite book of last year, and all the pictures that represent that book. And then onto the review pages. As you can see, read quite a few that month. And then I also participated in the Thrills and Chills Camp Nightmare. This was their bingo card and then their prompts. And I just highlighted the ones I did and then marked them off. And I just wanted to commemorate that because that was fun to join along with them. I just participated in this event, but it was really exciting, and they had a lot of lives and a lot of fun activities. So I wanted to commemorate that. And then lastly, this is my most recent. This is my July spread. And I ended up doing The House in the Cerulean Sea, which was actually a favorite, I think of, it might be 2 years now I read it. But I love this spread. I just love this book so much, and it's so lovely. And then that is pretty much it, because then it just starts the book review pages for the month of July. So that was my mid-year journal flip through. Let me know what your favorite spread was in the comments below, or if you don't feel like commenting anything, go ahead and leave a writing emoji, like and subscribe if you'd like to. Bye!